Nonetheless, there are still some people within the established political parties, the PDP, the APC, and wherever you might find them, who are dissatisfied with the status quo and as such are obedient at heart. How much home will these people still find in the burgeoning Labour Party?
You cannot stop people joining the Labour Party. You cannot stop people becoming obedient. But we have a body in this group, the Big Tent. I will look at these things. We study them, and I don't think I'll say much about that, but you cannot stop people from joining the Labour Party or becoming obedient. But once you become a member, we have a philosophy. We intend to have seminars. Let people know that it is their choice. Money is ephemeral. Somebody who was supposed to be a member of Labour Party in this dispensation ditched Labour Party during the governorship election. He didn't have a bicycle, but today he has a car. So you can't, it's a matter of integrity. If you lack that integrity, then you can't belong to the Labour Party that we're trying to build. If you lack integrity, you can't be obedient. We know them, so we'll screen them. How? I will not tell you, but we'll do our best.
You talked about certain things that in your estimation, Labour Party didn't do well. You talked about not making extra effort at ensuring that you grain in the minds of obedience the need to support Labour Party as a plausible way to ensure that Mr. P2B succeeds. If there is an opportunity to do things all over, what are those areas besides this that you think you might just have to do different?
As soon as Labour Party became vibrant, acceptable in the minds of people of other parties found it a veritable vehicle to achieve certain objectives. They had expectations, personal expectations. You understand? Politics as usual, a contest of interest. They would always be there. There are people who are unchangeable. I said it's not going to be easy, but let us not discuss strategy now. Let us start talking to people. When we meet, we can sieve the wheat from the shaft, and then we begin to move forward. Those who will pilot the affairs of Labour Party will be core members of Obedience, and will be people who are committed to the desired change. That change that is going to bring about. If Nigeria does not rise, Africa will not rise. So we're just going to waste time. Africa is looking up to Nigeria, but because of the charlatans in government and nepotic approach to governance, we can never move forward. We have to change the narrative. Until we do that, Nigeria will remain down, and consequently, Africa will remain down. If you love Africa, you must make sure that Nigeria changes. And if Nigeria changes, Bob's your uncle.
One of your prayers in court is that this election be annulled, since it fell short of the expected standard and stipulated rules on the part of the electoral body, INEC. From what you've seen before, during and after this election, do you think that Mr. P2B, if this election is reconducted, will be able to pull off the feat he achieved, or even better his exploits of February 25th?
Let me change that to your question. We're not asking for the election to be annulled, absolutely. We say we won the election. INEC should do the needful. Labour Party won this election. The mutilation you see all over the place, add them up. In Lagos, they gave Labour Party 662 or 82,000 votes, and APC 600, just 10,000 votes. No, sir. Labour Party won by over 600,000 votes. The difference between Labour Party votes and APC vote was 600,000. We have the facts. Similarly, in Plateau State, Labour Party had about 1.2 million votes. But in the end, what did they give us? 300-something thousand votes? River State, I'm sure you have heard about River State. The mutilation and the changes. If we add them up, obviously, Labour Party's votes will be more than that of that one that was ascribed to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I tell you something, as soon as you go and correct Lagos votes, you remove the ones they gave him and add it to Labour Party. Consequently, the votes ascribed to the APC candidate will be reduced. So it's not going to be difficult. If INEC will be honest in their presentation of the facts, and most importantly, if the judiciary will have the courage, and I repeat, the courage, to do the right thing. I'm very worried about the judiciary in this country. It has never been like this. Never. Where it's like you can buy judgment. It's sad. But they must show courage, and we expect them to show courage this time, because the future of their children is involved.
It's an immense delight getting your perspective on this and having these conversations with you. As always, immeasurable thanks to you, Delly, for giving us your time.
We look forward to P2B becoming the president come May 29th. And let me tell you something, P2B will succeed. And if he doesn't, we'll go to the streets and march against him. But that won't be necessary, because I am 100% certain that his vision for Nigeria, nay, his vision for Africa, will be realized.